I'm back in the MR2. This was an autocross event that just happened recently in September. I've made some upgrades for the viewing experience. Hope you appreciate. The camera is now mounted on the roll bar, and I got a GPS receiver with a higher refresh rate so the overlay looks smoother. If this is your first time watching a video on my channel, I've got a 2002 Toyota MR2 Spyder. It has Coney yellow shocks, an HKS axle back exhaust, stock wheels wrapped in 205/50 square Falcon and Zenith RT660 tires, a big 1-inch Adco front sway bar, and factory camber bolts to give the front a little more camber. I also recently did .4 brake fluid, and I've been running EBC yellow stuff pads for a while since I also daily the car. I went to my first autocross event 2 years ago in October, so this event was just before my 2-year mark was hit, and I've got novice coach Nate in the passenger seat who wanted to ride along with me and see how I was doing. I haven't actually entered as a novice in over a year since last August when I won in novice class by 4 seconds over the second place entrant. But he still has stuff to teach, and I'm definitely willing to listen because he's a really good driver and I'm trying to get better, and that's what going to autocross events is all about. So anyway, this is the end of my first run, and let's get into some improvement.
Wow, nice, dude. I love how you did that roundabout.
Yeah, that works pretty well.
Yeah, dude. And coming out of it through those chutes. Yeah, I thought you were gonna hit a cone on the outside, but you just barely.
I did too.
It in, yeah.
I was like, I think I got on it too early. There's no way.
Yeah, one's gonna run it.
That was pretty damn good. I gotta say.
The audio here turned out pretty bad, but essentially Nate is explaining that early on in the course, at the end of the little slalom, when you're exiting to the right, I broke, and I shouldn't be braking as hard as I did. In fact, he thinks I should just lift and then get back on it a little bit before that right turn. Just try to carry more speed right there.
Really good line though. You sent it, yeah.
This course had a particularly interesting opening with the weave into the sort of Chicago box roundabout thing. Because this course was so tight, there was a lot of discussion while we were doing the course walk about whether or not we should just stay in first. With second gear topping out at about 38 miles an hour, using Track Addict, I was able to see that I was hovering around 40, so I'm pretty confident second gear was better for my car. Following Nate's advice, I was about 2 miles an hour faster here before this corner. For these S-turns, I want the wheel to be turned all the way right and then all the way left. I don't want a lot of time with the wheel kind of dead center. That means you're leaving lateral grip on the table, which you could be using to have a higher cornering speed. And the other thing is, I don't want to be hard on the brakes. I want to try and carry as much speed as possible. So kind of making these bigger radius turns so I can carry more speed without adding too much distance. For these longer turns, I like to look ahead by a couple cones. Looking at the closest cone isn't really going to tell you very much about what your line needs to be. I tried to get on the power early here and just lift a little bit at the double cones and go flat again for this long straight. Grab third for just a second with a little heel toe and then right into the finish. Woo! Yes! Yes! And on that run I saved almost 2 full seconds, which always feels good. Thank you. Now I'm just going to roll through the pits on the way back and kind of ask my friends with similar cars and see what their times are. What's your time so far?
My first clean was like 71.
Okay, that was my first clean time too. I just got a 69.
Oh shit, alright.
Yeah. What are you getting so far?
Right around 70. I had a 69 the last one, but I had a come.
Oh yeah. I just got a 69.5, so.
Pretty good.
When I get up to this really low speed turn here, you can hear that I get on the gas a little early. But I think I should have gotten on even earlier if I wasn't going to shift down to first, because there just isn't much power. I was able to carry more speed than my other 2 runs here, but then I take this corner too hot and it washes me out here. So this next corner is too wide and I'm really close to this inner pointer cone there, and that wasn't true with the other 2 runs. I am truly amazed I don't somehow hit this cone here on the right. If anything, this review just tells me that if I was willing to chuck it in a little harder, I could probably carry a lot more speed through all these corners.
worse. A little worse.
My next run actually got red flagged, so I'm gonna skip to the 5th run. Rewatching these clips, I'm really questioning the decision to stop shifting down into first. I just feel like I could have gotten back to second gear quite a bit earlier if I had. And on this corner, it looks like I carried more speed than any other time so far. Here I learned from the previous time and brake much earlier. You can see that cone on the right just outside the tire. Watching back, I'm not sure if it's so important to slow down by the apex right here, but I did get back on the gas really early and carried kind of a lot of speed into this right-hander. I'm amazed I never hit any cones. Bad downshift, missed my red match. And beat my best time by a full second.
Yes. Yes.
That's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. There were some more runs, but I'm not going to show them because they were slower. If you want me to show them for some reason in future videos, then, you know, put a comment and ask me to do that. And maybe I will. Who knows? Currently, I'm just thinking I'll just make the videos as short as I can, and that way I won't waste anybody's time. So if you disagree and you want your time to be wasted more, then, you know, tell me. I can waste your time some more. Anyway, thanks. If you feel like your time wasn't wasted, there are buttons you can press under the video. You probably know how that works. So, yeah, do that if you want, or don't. Thanks. Bye.